him on the line, and it's nearly automatic.
He's just a guy that you do not want to send to the line. I mean, defenders always have to think twice about initiating any contact with him because of that great percentage.
Yeah, and it allows him to be really hard charging in regards to getting to the basket. That's an advantage you enjoy as a perimeter player when you're so good at getting to the basket and converting free throws.
Well, Crawford described it perfectly, Clark, when he said as a sixth man you have to come in and force yourself into the game. As a starter, the pressure isn't there as much as you can go with the flow.
Yeah, players like him can often do one or the other. Come in firing off the bench or let the game come to you, but rarely can they assess what the team needs like Crawford does and adjust on the fly so smoothly.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
Clock at 4. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Paul with the steal. Crawford left side. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 4 assists in the game. Over in the corner, Ellis. To end the run. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Ellis has got 5 points so far. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Jordan sets the pick for Paul. Pass to Jordan. Paul kicks to Jordan. The shot is off. Great defense that time from Ellis. Dragic with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively. Here's Z. That is good.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
The Clippers trail. Paul with the ball. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Crawford outside. Takes the 3, and another 3 for the Clippers.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Doc Rivers trying to help this Clippers team to the mountaintop. And Chris Paul said, I've never had a coach that wants to win as bad as I do, until Rivers. Rivers said, I'm just here to try to win. I always tell our players there's no guarantee to it. You have to be willing to get your heart broken. Gentlemen.
He's getting him to lay it all on the line. Doris, thank you. Los Angeles making a switch here. Haas is checked in, and Phoenix also making a switch. T's checked in for Ellis. Paul outside, kicks it to Griffin. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Good. Paul's got the lead up to 3 now for Los Angeles.
Well, you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Well, you know, Chris Paul has such an intelligence for the game. High IQ, and he's extremely competitive. He looks for every advantage he can get, whether it's 2-for-1s or looking to sell a call to the officials. He always appears to be driven to find that edge.
So, for the Clippers, Matt Barnes is checked in for Crawford. And it's Farmar in for J.J. Redick. Phoenix also making some changes. Plumlee is checked in for Z, and Warren subbed in for Morris. That's tipped. Here's Paul. Here's Farmar. Plumlee with the rebound. And it's Dragic off the drive. Here's Morton. And T is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Davis is checked in for Blake Griffin. T's checked in for Phoenix. Clippers leading by 3.
Kevin Stevens.
Paul outside. Over to the left wing. Over in the corner, Barnes. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
There's the pass to Stevens. Plumlee with it. He's against Hawes. Off target with the open look.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had early. He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
And there's the foul. It's on the way. That is his first foul of the game. The Beast, he's checked in for the Sun.
That's his first personal foul, 5th team foul. Checking in for the Suns. The Beast.
54 seconds left to play here in the half. Paul dishes to Davis. 6 to shoot. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And the Clippers lead by 3.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
The waiter passes to Stevens. Offensive rebound. Tries a 3. The shot misses. And the Clippers will come the other way. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Well, Kevin, they constructed a perfect offensive game plan going into that game, and it was quickly apparent how powerless the defense was to stop it.
Powerless is a good way to put it, Steve. We're unlikely to see that many uncontested baskets again anytime soon.
And Hawes kicks to Farmar. Paul outside. Goes up from the top of the key. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Close game as we wrap up.
Hi, Kevin. We'll dive.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. Jamal Crawford really making a difference here.
I know we've said this many times before, but I'll say it again. He had a great first half, just an explosive offensive display there.
At the end of the day, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had. He can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
CP3 at point with Redick there in the backcourt. Barnes and Griffin at the 3 and the 4. And it's Davis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Guys, Jamal Crawford fitting right in with the Los Angeles Clippers. He said, quote, "This is the best team I've ever been on, and it's made me a better player. I've never played with someone like Chris Paul. He makes the game easy for me. I went my first 10 years in the league without making the playoffs, so that's all I want to do now." Kevin, over to you.
In his instant offensive role, he's a big part of their success. Thanks, Doris.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Here's Morton. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, very competitive action. I agree with you, Clark. I mean, this one could come down in the last few minutes the way it looks.
Now, here's Redick. He's guarded by Dragic. Fires the 3. Phoenix grabs the miss.
Boy, you wonder what the score of this game would be if they weren't pulling down all these rebounds.
Love what I'm seeing from them in the paint.
The waiter passes to T. The shot no good. Griffin with some nice D.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
You know, for a player whose star shines as brightly as Blake Griffin, Steve, it seems there are a lot of naysayers regarding his game, although I think you and I would agree he expanded his game, certainly this past year.
Well, I can tell you this. I am not one of those naysayers because I think Blake Griffin was the 3rd best player in the NBA last year. The offensive expansion to his game, the post game, the passing, the ball handling in transition. I mean, he is an amazing player, and he has gotten better and better every year. I'm not necessarily a big fan of him shooting that shot, but they did give him the space.
Crawford drives in. They need this. Rebound by the Suns. Ellis has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And, you know, hey, anytime a player starts to get a lot of endorsements and TV spots, it puts them under the magnifying glass. You become a target. Other players see Blake Griffin on that pedestal, and they're not going to hesitate sometimes to try to take him down the peg.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And for Griffin, an all-star from his rookie season, the spotlight came early, but it hasn't taken away from his competitive drive. And I think the criticism he's faced, fair or not, will only spur him to greater heights.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Morris is checked in for Ellis, and T subbed in for the Waiters.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Stevens, the pass to Morris. Z, guarded by Jordan. Morris kicks to Dragic. Passes it to Z. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. That's 10 points for Z.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Pass to Redick. The three. They get the rebound. The three ball. And that one's good. Redick's got 8 points.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Stevens, the pass to Morris. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. And Los Angeles with some changes. Spencer Hawes is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Davis comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Farmar in for J.J. Redick. Phoenix also making some changes. Plumlee comes in for Z, and it's the Beast in for T. Pass to Stevens. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. And the Suns lead by 5.
Offensively, guys, it seems like they've turned a corner.
Yeah, much better half since they changed baskets. I mean, they're looking very strong and confident.
Now Farmar. From downtown, Phoenix grabs the miss. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Morris dishes to Dragic. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And he wasn't really a flashy passer like a lot of the great playmakers you think of, but just always in control. Kind of an old school game, but one that was tremendously successful over the course of his almost 2 decades with the Utah Jazz.
Here's the Beast, headed by Hawes. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Well, you got to time up the clock. It's easier said than done, but you got to execute your offense on that first possession.
He kicks it to Farmar. Crawford up top. The dish to Farmar. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Chris Paul, he's checked in for the Clippers. And Phoenix also making a switch. The Waiters checked in for T. 20 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Comes up empty down low.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
From past the arc. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 6 rebounds in the game. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Suns lead by 5. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
I was hoping we'd get a chance to see this one again. Thank you, Lonnie and the truck, for showing it. But it's passing like this that makes the basketball purists happy. This is the beauty of the game right here.
And here is Los Angeles now, trailing by 5. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Ellis is out there with T. Then it's Plumlee. Then there's the Waiter. And it's Dragic in at the shooting guard.